Look who's having a bath the new way, everybody. How's the rewatch crew doing? Oh boy, that is really wet. It's kind of good that she's not getting soaking wet like the other. You just pooped in your tub. Now what? Oh my goodness. You can't do that. Yuck. We gotta clean this out. Yuck, Coco. Hold on. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. That dirty water. Is that from you? Hey? Is that from you? What's Oakley doing? Oakley's got a new spot. What's Oakley doing? We're doing our laundry. Right, Coco? We've got a lot of laundry to do, don't we? Yeah. Are you cold? You just were in the bath for just a minute. Ugh. Are you done? Water's pretty murky, Coco. Hi, everybody. We're back. We're back. Doing laundry. Wait, is this not going? There we go. How's everyone doing? Oh, it's nice and warm. It's actually a good sink for a bird bath. Good sink? Look at her. Oh yeah, it takes them a bit. They've been quiet today. They've been tired. Anything exciting been going on? We had a long flight yesterday. We got off the cruise ship and it was what? Probably about 9:30. And then the plane didn't leave till 6:30. And they wouldn't let us check our bags until 2 or 3 hours. 3 hours. First they said 4 hours before the flight. Then we went to check in this huge lineup. Air Canada, like on island time. No, you got to come back in an hour. So we went and lined up again. Went back in an hour, and then oh my goodness, I've never seen it. Miami Airport is not smooth moving for the amount of people in there. You'd think it'd be more organized. It is not organized. And the lineup for the security was just packed. Probably took us about an hour, at least an hour to get in, to check in, like to just get our suitcases from one spot to the check-in and through. Wow, that's a lot of birds, Candy. Pretty tired. I slept on the plane. It was 6.5 hours. We sat on the tarmac for about 30 minutes, and then it was a 6.5 hour flight, which is kind of a long time, like a long time. But I take that NyQuil so I sleep. Plus, because of my ears not equalizing, it helps the decongestion or whatever. So it makes my flights a lot more comfortable. Well, Vancouver Airport was totally renovated for when the Olympics came in, and it's just like a well-oiled machine. Well, now they have these facial recognition too. So the facial recognition actually takes a bit of time, believe it or not. So the TSA has it. Pooping in the water. Water's running slow. Yeah, they have facial recognition, and it's pretty cool. But at the same time, it's, if you don't stand properly or whatever, it's glitchy. I don't know if it's just ones we used. Are you done? Are you done? Coco can't take a shower. Well, we're not having a shower right now. Plus, I don't really like her in the bathroom after she had that fall. Just giving her a little bath, and plus, she's sick too. She's got that infection. I don't want her to get too wet. So this is just perfect. You do facial recognition. Does yours run smoothly? I mean, because we were there so long, the drop-off area. Boy, the amount of people coming and going. Because we sat outside while people were dropping off flyers. Oh, your socks arrived? You feel like they're okay? The good quality? I was kind of worried about the quality. In Canada, we have computers, and you don't even really have to go through customs, the airport. Our airport is like, not to brag, but, I mean, we've got fish and natural sounds and waterfalls and natural rocks, and you guys have a check out Vancouver Airport in pictures. You can see how beautiful it is. They've kind of set it up like it's Stanley Park, which is a big park here with the totem poles and all that. Oakley's having a rough time. Hey, Oakley. Hey, Oak, you're having a rough time with me. Yeah. You'll have lap time later, sweetie pie. What else is going on? Our trip was good. The flight was so long yesterday. Uh, we had fun on the cruise. I can't really remember anything right now. I went there with my signature cold sore that spanned my nose to my mouth. I don't think I could go away without getting a stupid cold sore. Stress of preparing to go away takes a toll on me. The stress is not the birds. Well, it's a little bit of the cleaning because I want it to be clean, but it's my business, right? And, I should just not Like, people aren't gonna, like, fall apart if their order's a week late. You know what I mean? I take it too seriously. Um, Oakley, she was really shy this morning, and then tonight, or this afternoon, he didn't want to come out of the cage. Kiwi's always good. Kiwi always likes to have lots of attention. She always has lots of pin feathers, right? And then Sid last night, she had lots of attention when I got back. Izzy's doing good. You never flown by yourself? A Breva? I started. Mine just wasn't healing. It, like, no matter what, I put that Lipactin on it, Lipactin or whatever, and it just doesn't heal. It was like my body was not responding to anything. Beauty is one thing. Just get me through. Thank you, Sharon. We went on a cruise. I wish we could have hearts all the time on the screen. It's pretty. I feel like I should be ready. Because we leave in 2 weeks for another one. This one I've been trying to sell. I'm still trying to sell it. So they pop up when your immune system gets extra active. What does that mean, though, exactly? I only get them on trips, before I go on trips. I bought some Lysine. I never used it. I think you told me about it last time. It was just like I got a cold, and then, because I got a cold before we went, right? We had a good time. We really had a good time. What else did we do? I think my favorite was Blackberry Smoke. Izzy's good. You know the band Blackberry Smoke? I think I liked them the most, actually. This one didn't have as many bands that I knew the songs. Like, I wasn't familiar with as many. This is probably the one with the least amount of bands I was familiar with. And, there's Izzy. Izzy's getting lots of extra treats, right, Kiwi? The food, we usually eat in the buffet. So the buffet food, at the top, because it's ready, right? You can just go and you can pick what you want. You know what I mean? My birds are pretty hard. My birds are flying, Danny. Oh yeah, the sail away video. Did you guys see there was a pilot that was on the it's a band, Blackberry Smoke. Did you see there was actually a pilot watching. A pilot, someone who drives the pilot boat was actually watching and answered some of the questions. Because I went back to the stream after, and they they had commented on it. No, they don't have a captain's dinner. This is just like a charter. It's like it's just like a 4-day thing. It's not like an official cruise. You know what I mean? You get a cyclover. Yeah, it's just music basically. We just listen to music. I ate mostly, like, they have, like, all the food on there is free, so they've got, like, a pizza place. I mean, you can book and pay for restaurants. Like, there's a burger place, a Japanese place, a pasta place that you pay extra for, but we didn't really do that. Brad wants to make sure he sees everybody for sure. Oh, and Don Felder passed out the first night he was performing. He passed out. He said it was, they said he had, oh, here. You want to go in here? Dehydration. He passed out on stage. Do you want to sit on my lap? Here. He's older though, right? So I guess he just went. He went, and all of a sudden he kind of slowed down singing, and all of a sudden he started wilting a bit, and someone came right on stage and grabbed him. Don Felder. And but he didn't perform the next day, but he did perform the day after. I think when you're older, singing takes a lot out of you. You know what I mean? It's not just you stand up there and sing. I think there's a lot of energy that gets put out. You know, just standing for a long period, the lights, the stress of the performance, you know, the stress before the performance. I think singing's only half of it, to be honest. What else? Anything else? I didn't really get into the gossip of the ship like I normally do. Anthony had fun. He normally hangs out with the rock stars too, but he didn't get in on the rock stars this year. Oh, we found the spot where the rock stars come down to get on the stage. What did I do? What did you do to Anthony? Nothing. Oh, I did talk to the shoes lady. Yeah, I did talk to the shoes lady. I went and talked to her myself. I thought, I'll just go talk to her. I'm not going to be scared of her. What else happened? What else, Kiwi? What else, Kiwi? Oh, yeah, there was a Coco fan. We were checking in. To the cruise ship, and she yelled out my name. So that was kind of fun, right? Yeah, the pilot boats. Yeah, isn't it? It was kind of exciting watching it. The pilot boat. Yeah, I think it would take a lot. Guy, some of these men are like 80 years old. Some of these men are over 80. The two birds you see right now is an African gray and a red-fronted macaw. Yeah, people are usually friendly, really friendly with me. One of our followers, Naomi, she used to be in our lives a lot. She bought the cruise and came with her friends, so she had fun. She had fun. 5:30. Today's gone by so fast. So fast. I've got African gray parrots, cockatoos, and macaws, right? Oh yes, I was going to tell you about this. There's a spot you wait that is kept top secret, so I'm not even going to share it on here. But you wait there, and as the musicians are rushed off the stage, you get your pick. You can, if you just so quick, and because they're surrounded by security guards, they stop for like 5 seconds, and you get your picture. They'll let you take their picture. And I got a picture with the guy from Styx, the blonde guy. Bruce, she's up there, talking away. They missed me. Coco was happy to see me. I posted that. Oakley was shy. They all kind of look at me with stars in their eyes when I come in, like, oh, you. You know what I mean? Like they look starstruck when I come in. You want to come over this way? You want to come sit with me? Or you're playing with Sid? You're talking to Sid? Okay, you can talk to Sid. He's talking to Sid. Oh, did you see that plane that flipped on the news? We were standing in the security checkout, and there's a bunch of, well, not a bunch, a couple behind us. Got noticed that we were lined up for Air Canada, right? Air Canada goes to Vancouver, Toronto, Calgary, Montreal. So it goes to all those main airports. We're standing in the security, we were standing to check our bags, and I was like, this is taking so long. Like, why is this taking so long? And it was like all the 6 people that were checking the luggage in were all talking all at once. I'm like, okay, now you're having a meeting while all these people are trying to like drop their bags off. All we need to do is drop our bags off. It was so slow, and I was like, that's weird that they just can kind of stop and have a nice conversation. That's weird, right? You know, airports are busy places, and the people that work there, they're like, zoom, 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 zoom. And so I thought, okay, well, that's weird. And then this one lady comes up beside me. Brad and I finally get to the lady, and this one lady comes up beside me. I'm like, and she goes, when can I leave? Like, she went and showed her phone to them. It didn't dawn on me anything. She's like, I need to get home. When's the next flight? And I'm thinking, okay, well, we're loading a flight now. And they said, not till Wednesday. And I'm like, oh, because she must have missed her flight. Right? She must have missed her flight. And then we were lined up, and the people behind us, they got a notice on their phone as they're standing in line to get their luggage in that their flight was canceled. I'm like, well, that's weird. It must have been the storm, right? Because there was storms up there. And then we get in the airport, and Brad gets a news alert that there was a plane crash in Toronto, and they closed the airport down. But those people are so lucky, eh? See how lucky they were? That plane flipped upside down. And then I saw some of the pictures of the people evacuating the place. They actually had their stuff with them. I'm like, wow, it was that calm that you were able to grab your stuff. Like, 'cause if I was panicking, the last thing I'd be doing is grab my stupid bag. My big awkward bag. But Toronto's, like I was talking about with this other guy, he was from Toronto. I don't know if he was on that plane. I doubt it. But I wonder if he got home. I wonder if Brad got his name, got his Facebook. Because he won't be able to get home till today. Or tomorrow. Yeah, hanging upside down. And everyone had their seatbelts on, so it wasn't a big deal. Like, they were all secure. But I remember when I was going to be an airline stewardess, I knew that this guy that was going to get me in, he said that the most dangerous part of flying was the landing and taking off. Yeah, thanks, guys, for looking out for me. Yeah, I know. Imagine if that happened to me, I'd be like talking about it for months. Oh yeah, back to Toronto. Toronto has this black ice. It's not something you see a lot of, like out here, or a lot of places you don't see a lot of it. But Toronto gets this stupid black ice where it's like you can't see the ice. And then I guess the wind was, or I don't know what happened, but the people seem pretty calm running out of that plane. More landing, it's basically a controlled crash. Like the guy was going down a little on the higher end, like touchdown was on the higher end, the news says. But it wasn't abnormal. Oh, they're still having delays, Paula? There's 2 runways closed. Did they say what happened? The black box or anything? This is Newman. He's an African gray. Yeah, they look calm, didn't they? I had one plane ride where it was really stressful. It was like they missed the landing. You know how when they miss or something happens and they abort the landing and they go up really fast? That happened to me once. I try not to think about the flying, especially going over the water. I kind of just like when I get on the plane, I'm like, okay, this is dangerous and blah 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 blah, and you could crash and but just don't think about it and watch your. You'll never think of landing again. Watch your shows. Dad was a pilot. He wanted to. You wanted him to role playing with you in it. Oh my gosh. Newman is a little different than Einstein. Newman is a Timney African gray, and Einstein's a Congo African gray like Sid. Oh, they're showing the plane crash. It circled. I don't know if I'll be. I want to see how it dipped down. Whoa! Look at it. Whoa! Darn. Did you see that? Holy. They're lucky. Did you see that? People are lucky. Gas could have caught fire. I caught it on the news just in time. That thing could have exploded with the gas, the jet fuel. Did you see that, Jordan? I didn't see the full thing. I don't know. That pilot did save them, right? It looked too high, too fast, ice and windy. Combining these are all the factors. I think the plane landing gear came off the hit wing and flipped over. A miracle they survived. It was a miracle. Newman is not 30. He's probably more like, I don't know, 18 or so. That is a miracle. You're landing, you have very little fuel left. Yeah, but you still burn up. You're freaking. And the one guy said he didn't know what happened.
Looking down and just seeing like sparks and flames and whatever was grinding against the ground. Hey, Coco recorded this video of passengers praying out a couple of homes away, while Peter Carlson recorded a message for his family back home. Here's a quick message to my wife. I love you, I love our kids, and then kind of spring back into action of supporting, helping, and trying.
Oh, that's good. They all helped each other. Coco is gonna be 32 in the summer, I think. I don't know, you guys. You guys know more than I do about how old she is. Oakley's in his 30s. Newman and Rue in late teens. Kiwi's probably in her 20s. Yeah, the flight attendants are the real heroes. That's what they say too, that the flight attendants are more of an emergency personnel than they are anything. Like, people used to think of them as this, they serve drinks and that they're like waitresses in the sky. But no, they're more like safety personnel. They're trained to be safety personnel, not waitresses. It just makes you realize how much goes into something like that. For all those people to be prepared at once, the pilot, the flight attendants, the airport, the fire and rescue, like everything, all these things would all at once, all these things come into action at the drop of a hat. Makes you appreciate all the training and stuff. Thank you, Barbara. I knew someone would know. Coco, you're a little wet. Your feet are cold. Yeah. Well, I'm glad everyone made it. I'm glad everyone was safe, because that was terrible. Hey, Flo. Crosswinds were not good at that time, causing the flip. Heard the pilot couldn't do any more than he did because of the mechanics of the plane. Oh, okay. Flo's in Toronto area too, right, Flo? Flo, I remember Flo from years and years ago. She used to make bird. Remember? You used to make bird rings. Remember? You're the right Flo, right? to make these little swings. I used to sell these 14-inch. I used to sell toy parts, and that was, I don't know how many years ago, over 20 years ago. I used to sell toy parts, and Flo would make fleece bird swings, and she would buy the rings from me. They were really cute. Yep, Kitchener, I knew it. Only one Flo Becker. So you were one of my first customers. Or one of my original customers, I should say. Yeah. Things have changed, haven't they? Did I have a good time? Yes, I did. Fleecy rings, yeah. Do you still make them? I bought some from a supplier. I haven't even put them on the site because I'm kind of scared of them. I don't want to sell them in case the bird gets hurt because it has this chain, like a triangle holding it, where I'm afraid their head will get caught in the triangle chain, so they're still sitting in a box. I'm like, I don't want to sell this. Those are a lot of work. She'd have these rings, right? Stainless steel ring, and she would cut strips of fleece and loop them all around the ring. It was a good side gig for a while, right? If you want to get into bird toys for a living, it's not a big money maker, that's for sure. Very time consuming, right, Coco? Do I have some pictures? I have a few pictures. Mostly other people took pictures. I had the cold sore, so I wasn't like excited to be putting my face everywhere. Aw, thanks, Lisa. I missed you guys too. I was going to go live on the ship, but this wasn't really an opportune time. You must be tiny, Candy. Oh, when they were chewing the fleece. Oakley's sitting with Sid. I'm just keeping Coco warm on my lap here. She's all curled in. You should make toys with your kid. It's a good craft if you've got kids to make bird toys because there's so many colorful beads and rings and all that stuff. I remember thinking I wanted to have the biggest selection of bird toy beads in all the land, and I was obsessed with the stupid beads, right? And I had all these different kinds of beads, all the beads, all the colors, all the shapes, all the beads, and I had like bins and bins and bins of beads, and they'd be I'd have to count them into 25s. Then I kind of just got where my concentration got really bad, and I couldn't make it past counting to 3 most days. So I thought, I can't do these beads anymore. It's going to take me days and days for me to do these orders. I'm like, this is ridiculous. If I have to count to 100, I must have to do it like 8 times. Then I started trying to use counters. You know, when you use counters, I would try like, like if every time you get to 10, you put something down. I tried using that. That didn't work. And then people would be like, I want 12 dyed red balls. Because they'd have these bird toy projects, right? Where they'd want all these special colors and stuff, which is really cute. I love when people loved that people cared enough to do something so pretty for their birds. But it was like, oh my gosh, I'm short one yellow fine ball. Oh, I gotta dye a whole bunch of purple stars. Finish this order. It was just like take forever. And some people, like the beads, they'd sit and count the beads, like after the beads. Like, say they ordered 25 beads or, 15 and 100 and whatever. And then they'd be like, they'd count them when they get them to make sure they had all the beads. And I'd be off by like 2 or 3 beads here and there. Well, a lot of time, probably most of the time because I was terrible at counting. And then I have to send them the beads, the missing beads. Well, do you know how painful it is to send, where's Oakley? He's been chewing the cabinets, or the baseboards. Do you know how painful it is to pay one full shipping charge to send a few beads? Newman's looking for Brad. He came running out this morning to see Brad. He wants to sit on my lap, but Coco's on my lap. Will you let Newman have a turn? Or are you just going to get... If I put Coco on the counter, she's just going to cry. Oh, for God's sake. Anyways, that was the funny part of my story. Coco's still got 2 tail feathers and 1 wing feather, don't you? Spring's coming. They're going to all start growing again. Yep. That's okay. Some people are like that. They ask for something, they should get it. I'm just not good at that. It shouldn't have been my line of work. And sometimes they have these toy orders, and like if I screwed up one, I always remember. I'm terrible with names, but I always remember the names of the customers I screwed up orders on. Always. I see their name on an order, and all of a sudden I start panicking that I'm going to mess up their order again, and I'm going to be a bad seller. Like I see an order coming, I see a name, I'm like, oh, why do I remember that name? And then I look and I see all the emails, how I mess up their order, but I should take it as a compliment that they come back. They give me another chance. Right, Kiwi? My Coco is a good girl. Hey, Coco, let's take this off. Let's look at cute Coco. She's so good. She's on new medicine, aren't you? I don't know how well it's doing. I think they get a little bit tired when I come back. She's taking Tylen. Where is it? New medicine is Tylen. Tylen, which is an antibiotic, and this other one, Chromo. It's you're supposed to wear gloves when you give it. Chlorpalm, 50 milligrams. I don't know what it is, but you got to wear gloves. You can't remember names, but you can remember faces. People come up on the cruise and go, hey, and I'm like, hey. Is Brad working? Yeah, he went right back to work. Right back to work. First thing in the morning. You're cold. Why don't you sit on my lap? Yeah, Sky, that's what I think. Just looking at Newman. Don't you go up there. What he does is he gets up on these things and he goes up there and then she gets mad and then she goes up there and then they fight from no fighting today, right? He must be tired. Yeah, he's pretty tired. He's a trooper though. His voice usually goes after these cruises because he's so busy yakking, talking to everybody. He loves it because he can talk music and stuff. The 80s cruise is going to be weird. Oh, she won't come on my lap. Do you want to go on my lap now? Yeah, it's cold, isn't it? Yeah, so the 80s cruise is 7 days. Your daughter wants to crochet sweaters for birds. Coco would eat it. Right, Coco? You'd eat it. She's wet. That's why she's cold. That's why she didn't have a big soaker, right? I didn't think Oakley would come out of his cage today. He was like, I'm like, what Oakley? You're not gonna come out? What the heck? I didn't think he was. I'm like, why is he not coming out? Scared of me? Mad at me? What? Oh, are you gonna tell her off? I think they kind of have to start finding their pecking order again. Newman's giving her the evil eye. You were born in the 80s? Yeah. Um, it's more organized. Like you're supposed to dress up, but I don't want to buy a bunch of 80s costumes. But I don't want to look like a dum dum either. But the only person that doesn't have. Tried selling. I'm still trying to sell the cruise, so I don't have to go. I had a couple people contact me, but no one makes the final commitment. I think it'll be more of a casual thing. It won't be go, 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 right? Uh, it'll be more like it stops in 3 places so you can get out. Like this one just stopped at an island that's owned by the cruise line, and it's just like a big water park sort of thing. It's not really exciting to see. But this next one will stop in Puerto Rico, so I've never been there. Get things at a thrift store. You should just get like an 80s jacket. They have 80s costumes on Amazon and stuff, lots of them, but I don't want to buy a bunch of them. I'll, I don't know what I'll do. I do have the Yacht Rock hats. I do like Yacht Rock, so that'll be playing. It's from Miami. We get to do the sail away again, which I love. Puerto Rico's nice. Yeah, we'll do a tour there. I think this one goes to Dominican, Puerto Playa, Puerto Rico, and Bahamas. Most of your wardrobe is still in the 80s. Brad's kind of the same, too. I just wear t-shirts. I wear the same thing now as I did then. Jeans and t-shirts. Sweatshirts and hoodies. I think I did. In the 80s, I didn't have a lot of money to buy clothes. So I think I had like lime green t-shirt that I liked. Maybe I'll just get a lime green t-shirt. Lace stuff and tight pants. I don't know. Maybe we'll just get one of those wigs. We'll get rocker wigs or something, and then like we'll just dress like 80s hair bands, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to do. You just gotta think of what you're gonna feel comfortable in. So we couldn't dress like birdies, right? Yeah, little birdies. Neon colors. Yeah, maybe just get a bunch of neon shirts. I don't know. But if you go look at the 80s Cruise website and the pictures, people are all done up. Like, done up, done up. Like, they spend all year working on their costumes. Yeah, there's quite a few bands on the cruise, and there's like all the old VJs, from video, the famous VJs or whatever that used to do the MTV. They're hosting it. They host it. I know, the boots are too heavy to travel with. Stirrup pants, slouch socks, big loose t-shirt, and hair tight scrunch one side. That sounds like a pretty simple one. Actually, that sounds good. Like cut a t-shirt so it's kind of hanging off the side. You remember you used to cut the necks off t-shirts? Yeah, you don't have to dress up. Some people don't. Like I looked on the thing and some people don't, but then you feel like a pooner. I'd like to know the percentage of people that dress up and the percentage that don't. Like if half the people dress up or all the people dress up. Yeah, you have one shoulder showing. Yeah. Actually, I think I do have a new shirt like that. A black one. It's like a boat necky type shirt, but it's new. Yeah, I'll just wear my flashback. I do have slouch socks. Believe it or not, those things are starting to come back in style, you know. I have slouch socks from my bar method class I got. Like I wear my clothes that are like this day and age, that have the 80s retro. Your sisters and you went to the Grease musical and you dressed up? Metal band t-shirts, yeah. I looked for some of those, and they're all like, you gotta buy them on eBay and they're expensive. I just get like, I'm gonna go look in the Facebook group tonight and see what the deal is and see what everyone's saying. But it's like the people that are in those Facebook groups, they're like totally into it. That doesn't sound good. Oh, it's my ice maker. Phew. But someone's chewing our cabinets. Okay, everyone, I'm going to let y'all go. Thanks for the visit, and we'll catch up tomorrow. Got to carry on with my laundry. White or neon jacket with sleeves rolled up. Oh, I've got a white jacket. I can roll the sleeves up. Oakley's still cute. Top Topic. Have them reasonable prices. Amazon and Top Topic. Okay. Just search heavy metal band t-shirts. Okay, good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. And that sail away video, that, like I said earlier, that there was a pilot on there. So she's talking through the chat. So we'll talk to everyone later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming in and saying hi, everybody. Good night.